Everyone, I just want to apologize in advance that my English is not my first language, so I'm going to try to say exactly what I want you to understand, and I hope I can do it.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Roy, so much for invitation, and to Lorenzo Magru. He's been a friend for a very long time, and I really look up to him a lot. And my beautiful Maria Solis, that she always invite me to this very
Maria.
excellent business. Yes. Thank you for being here. And they asked me to tell you my story, and it's really not different from any story. I mean, I am as normal as a simple person as every human being can be. The difference is, once you find out what you really want, then you can set up your mind and your whole life around it. The good thing is that we all have access to the technology. We all have access to the tools that the company can give us. We also have access to the whole company. So the only thing that you really have to do is to build up that skills and go on. Just get out there. So basically, my story is that I've been trying to do as many as business without moving a lot. And I'm saying that in the meaning of a lot in an office, because as you can see, I love to travel. So the good thing that we can do is to do business thinking more than doing. So this company can give you that opportunity to do everything that you want to do and still make money to do it. So how did I experience this technology for the first time? I did it because I was on a risk of esophagus cancer. And basically the doctor said that if I didn't have surgery of it, I was gonna die in about 7 months. And the thing is that he just told me you have to do it, but I don't know how to, because they had to get rid of it. So I was not gonna live without an esophagus. So they came up with a bypass surgery, manipulated bypass. It was a very different one. So when I went into the surgery, I had one of my lungs collapsed, and because they made me CPR, they also broke my ribs, and I was about almost to die. And of course, it was a successful surgery, but if you can see, my whole body was aching, and I was very hard to breathe, to stand up, to eat, to everything. And my beautiful Maria flew from Mexico City to Guadalajara, where I live, and she rescued me with these patches. She just asked me how I felt, where it ached, what happened to me. And I remember that I trust her with my life, basically. So she just put me a whole lot of patches. And I am the kind of persons that I believe in miracles, because we are one of it. So for 6 weeks later, as you can see, I was already in Europe having the time of my life. What happened to all of us that we don't make it to the top? What happens when everybody listens to this very impact stories about everybody? And I was one of them, and I was like, yeah, but I don't have to go to all through that to be a miracle, and then to keep telling the people my story for them to just believe. You don't have to go through all that. What you have to believe and what you have to do is to pay attention of what distractions you have on your own life that doesn't let you get to the top. I tried to do a lot of different businesses. The first ones, I was too proud, and I thought I knew it all, and life tells you not. The second one, I let my husband, because we did another multi-level company. We even get to the point of factoring $200,000 a month. And it was a very successful one. By the third time, I was starting to having a better understanding of me. What you have to understand, it's only you. You have to understand yourself, because when I understand me, my life goals were clear. My life needs were no negotiables, because I knew the why, the how, and the because of what I wanted from myself. And then my level of skills, we're getting there. What you need for a better skill is a better company. And believe me, you are in the right one, because you have all the science that back up everything you need. Let them do the science, let them give you the tools, and you just have to work on yourself. And one of the most things that stops you to keep going, it's your fears. Just pay attention to this and stop saying, if you want to take a step, or if you want to go for it, stop saying, what if I fall? You know why? Because, my darling, what if you fly? A diamond, it's simply a lump of coal that did well under pressure. So go for it. Be pressure of living the life that you want. One of my most powerful testimony, believe it or not, it was not the esophagus and the bypass thing, and that I was almost dead. One of the most powerful testimony that I have to tell you is that I had a retinal detachment story. It was just because I didn't have a fall, I didn't have an accident, I didn't have anything. Just from one day to another, I stopped having vision, and it was a very, very painful pain. It was a very, very hard pain in my brain. I thought I was having a seizure or a stroke, but it results to have a retinal detachment. So I lost my vision. I started the patches, and again, but this time it was not 6 weeks, it was 2 weeks. I was again in Europe having the time of my life. This is what it's an amazing company and science you have on your hands. It doesn't have to be very far away in time for you to see the very best thing of your product. My testimonials with family and friends, my mother, my dear mother, she has been through so many things you have no idea. And in 1 year, she went from a hip replacement through glaucoma, through a very dramatic fall due seizures, tinnitus, and vertigo. The only thing that she kept telling me every day was, what of patches are you going to give me today? Because every single day she was feeling so much better, and she went through everything else that, as a present, after 1 year of all those things that I told you, we went again to Europe for having the time of our lives. I have a very, very beautiful Chihuahua dog. She went through this last month. She went through knee replacement. Believe it or not, they have knee replacements for Chihuahuas. Oh. And the doctors told me that she was gonna need a month to recover, and then she was gonna start doing exercises for recovering. And in the first week of the surgery, she went this way to the clinic to be discharged. What is the technology that we see in the future on this? Remember, guys, that we are on a stage that we want to go back to basics. Everything we want, everything go back to all natural, no chemicals, mindfulness, be with you, get inside. Even the education is changing because all the school classes are about outside instead of inside the person. So imagine that you already have the product that is already back to basics. You already are ahead of what everybody else wants. We don't have chemicals. We only use our own body to heal ourselves with a patch that reflects that what we already have inside. So take that as an advantage and start writing your why, your how, and your because it's the only thing that it's between your success and you. So if you wanna look for the healthy wise, or just the traveling wise, or just be happy wise, or at starting to be for your family on the economic side, this is the technology of your future. Just be happy of it and make sure that you don't lose yourself in it, because the only thing that is different, it's you. Everything else is in the right place. You have the right technology and you are in the right place and you have the best time in this world right now for this technology. So the only thing that you have to take care of is yourself. And just remember, guys, if plan A doesn't work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. So keep looking for the right way to do this. It's just like, imagine if there's gonna be 25 different letters to tell you how not to do this company and this job and this dream and this everything. Just make sure that you can find your how to do it, what are your yes, instead of no, this is not gonna work, this, I don't feel anything different, I don't know anybody, I don't know how to, I don't want to. I mean, why don't you try to put this in perspective and bring your bell to yourself and then look the yes, how can you yes invite more people, how can you yes write your whys, how can you yes write your goals, how can you do, how is it yes, there's always a yes, just look for it. So when anybody asks you what do you do for a living, just say whatever it takes, and then you're going to be on the right path. Thank you so much.